I think some of the people calling for lock them up, this is like a knee-jerk response to frustration that this happened, and if they probably thought about it a little bit longer, would realize that no, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, what do you think that there's so many high-profile people? The idea that Jeanine Pirro, who has a law background, hops on TV and starts wildly pontificating. I'm sure we can dig up a law somewhere to get this person in jail. I mean, that is kind of scary.
Yeah. It's dumb. I mean, what do you want to say? Yeah, I agree. I don't know that. But I will say, look, the suffering of the professional consequences being suffered for this, I think, are perfectly legitimate. And I think it's extraordinarily likely in this case that if the person is identified and it turns out that they are that the most straightforward explanation is the correct one, this is a progressive person who wants to defend abortion rights, wants to defend Roe, and thought that leaking the decision, to the extent it could possibly cause someone like a Kavanaugh to reconsider, or it could start preparing the outrage. And maybe there's nothing that can be done about that, but I think that's the most likely explanation for this person's actions. And I think in that case, this person will suffer the narrow professional consequence of no longer being a clerk for the Supreme Court or any other Republican judge. Not that they are a clerk currently for a Republican judge, that consequence, but they will things will get better for their career. They will become a hero to progressives. They will be able to write their own ticket. They will be lionized and celebrated the way the so-called Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen was when she came out with that information about Instagram.
Where is she now?
It was. I don't know, on some private eye. Wasn't she had a Bitcoin fortune?
I have no idea. But look, I will say that is perfectly possible. And I don't know what this person, whoever they are, what their long-term goals were. If their goals were to stay in the corporate sphere, it's not like law firms, as much as they might, the right might want to characterize them this way. They're not bastions of progressivism. They're just not. They're very conservative institutions. I worked at a law firm that was run by 2 out of 3 Republican partners. It was a conservative environment, and they would not look at someone who does something like this kindly. And most,
Her career in that environment's done. I agree.
If it were a money game and she was looking for these, $100,000 bonuses that you can get when you have a clerkship like this, that's off the table. And I doubt the ACLU or whatever NGO she might be able to fall back on is going to remunerate her in exactly that way. But if that's not what her interests are, or his, who knows?
Awards,
I'm just making up
awards, pension, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Write a book, can become a talking head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the Inquisition is going to happen over the coming weeks, and I'm sure we'll find out more about this person soon.